This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about.
Are you crazy? These kids could really hurt themselves with this stuff.
Oh, God, I thought that was absolutely dreadful.
Welcome to So Like You Know. This is the podcast your mother warned you about. I'm Bo.
And I'm Shell.
JP is out having a good time at bars right now, and no one can...
Without us.
Yeah, without us. But no one can blame him for that because, you know, that's a fun thing to do. But, anyways, this is the show for November 16th, 2017. The month is flying by, the year is flying by, and we have more news for you, as you know.
Because, you know.
That's what we do. But, if you guys like us, don't forget we do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, right here on Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio, Facebook /SLYK Radio, and we're also on iTunes and Stitcher and Spreaker, and all over the place. All you really got to do is Google us. We'll pop up, that's for sure. It's what we do. But make sure you follow us throughout the week, because we post all kinds of random stuff, news feeds, memes, because everyone loves memes. But, yeah, so check in, figure out what we're doing. But, as you guys know, we like to start out our show with the intro to the craft brew.
In review, sorry.
That's alright.
Taking a drink.
So,
Poorly planned.
thanks to Valeska and Will, some listeners, and also one of the guys that works over at Drive-In Liquors on Bijou and I-25. Make sure you go check them out. They have all kinds of awesome craft brews and great beers. We have 2017's Venatucci Pumpkin Ale. Yeah, so, and a cat.
This is JP.
We have a cat. I don't think that's JP.
Yeah, because he meows.
JP does meow.
This is him. He turned into a cat.
JP, you got so furry.
He did.
And smaller.
Also, I get to drink his beer, so that's cool.
I don't know. I think he's still interested in his beer. Hannah's waving to the world and saying hello.
Yeah.
There's your beer, love.
Thank you.
Yes. So this should be a hopefully delicious... Oh. You're creepy.
With
Also,
love.
back.
Creepy with love.
That's a good thing. That's good.
I do what I can. I'm just going to crack.
That's alright. So, yeah. But, Venatucci beer should be most delicious. I advise everyone check this one out. Also, don't let me forget, I still have a little bit left in this bottle. Someone don't let me forget. Whoever's watching this feed right now. Oh, hey, all kinds of commentary. Hi, Tara. Tara says hi. And hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
So, yes, hopefully this will be a most delicious beer. Like I said, Venatucci's from Bristol Brewing. It is a 5.9% ABV from the website we got. What a way to welcome the harvest season. This ale starts with baby Pam pumpkins growing on Venatucci Farm, picked by brewery staff, friends, and family, and roasted right after picking. Our brewers blend a variety of malts, adding the roasted pumpkin to the mash for just a hint of pumpkin flavor. Then the brew is mingled with subtle spices and a touch of hops to create a malty treat that just says autumn. Autumn. One of the country ales, 100% of the profits from this beer go to care and preservation of Venatucci Farms, which is awesome. What's up, Daniel? Daniel's in the chat room with us. Let me move
I'll be
this.
in the chat in a sec, guys. I'm just doing show posts.
She do the show post so that
Post.
we know what's going on with y'all people, man.
So I'll have to do it at 11 o'clock tonight and just do it now.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Because you know what? I talk a lot anyway, so it works out just fine.
Exactly. You can do all the intro stuff, all that good stuff.
But speaking of introing, I'd like to intro one of our awesome sponsors, that is Hangins. If you guys are looking to protect your $600 investment, aka your phone, make sure you go pick up your Hangins today. That's Hanginz. Is an awesome product that attaches to your neck, your wrist, your purse, your backpack to keep it from falling to the ground. especially when you're out on the night drinking, or you're at an awesome convention just trying to take all the pictures you can because of they're so awesome. But they're only $4.99 with free shipping, so go to our website, solikeyouknow.com, click on the link on the bottom right-hand side, and pick up yours today. $4.99 with free shipping. You can't go wrong there. That's Hanginz, Hanginz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Milo and Casey. Awesome. Also, super weird seeing Milo. Casey, that seems more reasonable. Hi. Yeah, so if you guys have been paying attention to the news, the internets, what's going on, Battlefront 2, Star Wars.
We didn't even do the,
Slick
intro to
Feed!
that.
This is Slick Feed!
Where we geek on your week. Now you can continue to geek on their week.
Fudgles! Star Wars Battlefront 2 has pissed off the internet. So Star Wars Battlefront 2, which comes out tomorrow, which is a basic, first-person shooter game based around Star Wars, which looked like it was going to be super exciting, ended up pissing everyone off when they decided to charge a ridiculous amount of money to get your heroes, a.k.a., Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, I think Lando Calrissian. I don't know who all the heroes are. Daniel says Battlefront 2 is a shit show, which it is. It is one of the top downloaded Reddit feeds on Reddit right now, which is saying a lot, considering the shit show that is our country right now. But yeah, Daniel says EA crapped the bed big time on it, which is very true. So, to get one hero, say you want Luke Skywalker to play in the game, you get that skin and that sweet lightsaber. You got to play for about 40 hours, which counts to about 60,000 credits. Jen says, fuck yeah. I don't speak for Slick. What? Hey, you do. You already do. Deal with it.
So basically, you can either play for 40 hours or you can buy them. Is that what you're saying?
And yeah, so basically, it's either 40 hours, which accounts to about 60,000 credits, and which is what it takes to purchase those skins.
Right.
Or you can go in and do the microtransactions and just pay for it. So I don't know how much 60 credits cost, but it does add up. And I'm sure if it's any other game, 60,000 credits is probably like $10 to $15 minimum.
Right.
Malcolm even says that
do you think they'll do like a deluxe edition where like you just get that character skin or something, like they did with Need for Speed? Like you got the new golf, and
they did do like a the fancy version for like $100 where you do get some of them. Okay. And like Jen's saying in the chat, they did backpedal. So what happened is that they dropped the price of obtaining these by 75%. So on a set of 60,000 credits, it's 10,000 to 5,000 credits. I think 15 for like Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker. So they backpedaled majorly, even going as far to stop the microtransactions altogether, realizing that they completely screwed up the system, and they're like, oh, it works for Overwatch, but somehow it didn't work for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel just posted a link. EA temporarily removes microtransactions from Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah. So if you guys are in the Spreaker chat room, make sure you hit that Kotaku link, which is always a great link for all kinds of internet news. Malcolm
so now
says
you can't spend real money, basically.
No,
like
not right now.
Earn it now.
Yep.
It's fair enough. That's how it used to always be.
Yeah, I mean that's how it should be in the first place.
Yeah.
All right. But Malcolm even says they're making a bunch of changes to the system, which they are. I mean, most of these online multiplayer games end up doing this, and then they do initial change, find out, oh, people didn't like it like that, which is fine. But they screwed up so hard on this. Like Daniel says, it's because it has to do with special weapons and armors. So it's not just skins.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like Malcolm was saying, it became a play to win. So if you have the most money, you have the best guns.
Right.
EA is basically the Empire. So, yeah. Major dick move on EA's part, not something they should have done. As far as I'm concerned, whenever you play any sort of game, anything you can purchase additionally, as far as referencing to multiplayer interactions with other people, should be nothing more than cosmetic, ever. You should never be able to pay to do better.
That's what Daniel said. Is Overwatch is all cosmetic. It's all like skins and hair colors and stuff like that. It's not.
Yeah, and that's all it should have been in the first place. I mean, it was just such a major screw up, and that happens all the time. I mean, you'll see that with, like the MOBA game, the mobile games, where you pay to get credits to get all kinds of awesome things, and I don't know. Honestly, if you're spending money to do better than other people, one, you're a fucking loser. And two, you're kind of screwing it up for the people who don't make that much money or can't afford that kind of crap. Or who have a brain and don't want to spend that kind of crap. So, I don't know. It was a stupid move on their part. We'll see, but I think
Can we just have another Fable game? That's all I want.
You'll get it some year, some decade.
One day. And not a Kinect Fable game.
Yep.
Or a PlayStation Move Fable game. Just a Fable game.
Anything.
Please. Like an open world Fable. That would be cool.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Jen says they're actually getting in troubles in other countries because it is considered gambling, which in Bulgaria right now they are being investigated for exactly that. Because, it is gambling. You're paying for something, you're rolling the dice, and you're hoping you're going to get something. Which is, a little dangerous. Not to mention, it's underage gambling. And I don't know how the rules work with internet gambling and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see. Malcolm says, China makes games with loot boxes list out of every percentage of items. What chance you have of getting that item? They're trying to make games with loot boxes? Okay, I get what you're saying.
Daniel asks, isn't England also investigating them too? Or at least Blizzard?
I wouldn't be surprised. You really are rolling the dice. Now, with Overwatch's loot boxes, it's still gambling, but it almost feels different. Because you're not gambling for a lead. You're paying money for a service.
Yeah, it's not an advantage that you're paying for.
So, I don't know. It obviously can still be considered gambling, but it doesn't seem like the same kind of detrimental thing. I don't know. I guess it depends on who are spending that much money. I play Overwatch with someone, and they'll drop $20 to $50 on loot boxes every time an event happens, trying to get their skins. So yeah.
But that's I don't know. Jen says if they want pay to win, make the game free. Problem solved. They just got sleazy.
Yep.
So
very much so.
It is.
Daniel says it's gambling in a sense, but kind of different, and that's what I think too. It doesn't feel as underhanded when all it is cosmetic versus gambling to do better than other people.
Right. To have the upper hand, exactly.
Yeah. So it just seems like a bullshit move on their part. Don't get me wrong, I would like the game to do well, but they're going to have to do some major PR fixes to try to dig themselves out of this freaking toilet that they've set themselves in. You're good, Malcolm.
Speaking of having an upper hand, in a recent move to block Trump's wall, the creator of the card game Cards Against Humanity has bought a section of the U.S.-Mexico border
Woo!
that Trump can't build his wall. Cards Against Humanity actually recently just had a promotion online that for $15 they would send a bunch of random surprises through December, and the proceeds would also go to supporting the litigation that, of course, is going to come of this.
Oh, yeah.
But go them.
Yeah.
Go them. And you know what? The promotion completely sold out.
Yes.
So, I'm going to post the link to this YouTube mockumentary about it.
Yeah, so...
I highly suggest you guys take a look at it.
Oh, the mockumentary. So it's based... It's pretending that it happens in the future. And then talking about how Cards Against Humanity did their best to save America. So it's just... It's pretty fucking amazing.
Last year it was like, what? They would told everybody that, we'll send you poop. We'll send you a box of shit. And people were like, oh, they wouldn't really do it, and they fucking did it.
Yeah, and then the year before that, it was pay for this, and we'll dig a giant hole. So they dug a giant hole.
Can we dig another hole and just put Trump in it?
Oh, please. Please. Burying him somewhere out in the desert and let the buzzards get at him.
Right? Bury him up to his neck, up to his chin. Just... Right, they already have the land. They could do it. They could do whatever they want with that land.
I'm good with that. So, I mean, but it's just really awesome that they're taking a stance like this. I mean, they're voicing their opinion and they're doing it in a a non-violent way. Not to mention, I mean, it's awesome and it's original. And I'm curious is if this is going to lead into other people doing this kind of thing. Right. And now it's going to be interesting dealing with the eminent domain laws where sometimes the government can just come in and swoop up whatever they want. But it's going to be an interesting thing from this point forward. So we'll just see what happens. But it's going to be funny. If you guys want to...
Well, if they're smart about it too, they'll to get around the whole eminent domain thing, because basically if that land is usable for a cause, I'm sure Cards Against Humanity can make some cause or jobs or, make use of that land.
Oh, yeah.
So that, he can't use the eminent domain.
Yeah, right? I mean, that would just be awesome. Yeah. So we got... Jen, in reference to Battlefront 2, says, I want the game to fail. Time for the consumer to send a message about microtransactions. I'll give money to a good game, no problem, but don't be a greedy dick. Which is completely fair. Microtransactions for, pay to win just need to go right the hell out the window. Yeah, but speaking of things that might be going out the window... Genetic disorders. So, if you guys haven't paid attention before, we have talked about it in the past that CRISPR, which is the CRISPR, the gene editing system, and the gene editing system, they have now officially used it for the first time to edit someone's genes,
and to actually cure him, right?
Yeah. Not to turn him into a hideous monster.
Right. Yeah.
So a man with who had Hunter's syndrome. Oh, thank you, Jen. Which is a genetic order that causes molecules to build up in harmful levels in the human body and actually just creates a toxic environment. The genes are actually... So the way the CRISPR works is that the genes are externally edited and built the way you want them to. So, you have your... Well, how DNA is set up. I don't need to go into that. And then they go in and then they take this gene and then they apply it to a virus. And then they introduce the virus to the body. And once the virus is introduced to the body, it will go after the certain part of the body they need it to. And it will, in a sense, attack it. And it will remove that certain gene.
Replace it, right?
Yeah, and it will remove that part of the gene and then splice in the one that they want to fix it with.
So we're using viruses to cure people now.
Yep. That's exactly what we're doing. And that's
we
probably...
all know how the T virus went down, right, guys?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's just one of those things that
So
you gotta
they've
wonder,
not
like,
necessarily cured this guy, but they have edited his genes, and now it's kind of like wait and see if it actually does stick.
right,
Okay.
right. And I don't know off the top of my head, but I've read it before. There are genes that, or viruses that do affect the genes of your DNA. So I mean, it's basically where they took the idea from.
Huh.
What's the G virus? Because it sounds like the gangster virus. It's getting a little weird in my brain.
What a G thing.
Yeah. Nothing but a G thing, baby. So, but I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, if this works, the guy who was a volunteer, one, he's going to be...
Cured.
Yeah, cured. Two, and he's going to go down as history as the first guy who had gene therapy, or gene editing. Not just gene therapy. Gene therapy is just kind of like putting tissue paper over poop, and hoping it's going to cover it up.
Right.
Oh, it's the virus from Resident Evil 2. I'm a dork. Sorry. Yeah, so actual gene editing. So this is pretty badass. You have no idea what this could actually lead to.
So much. Like, could you imagine?
Oh, yeah. I mean, heart disorders. Cancer. You have mental disorders. All kinds of stuff. Now, you know the religious people are going to pop up. This is where this is how my lords or God or whoever wanted me to be, and you shouldn't go editing people's stuff. I've seen it online already. But you gotta consider that someone gave us the idea to try to fix that in the first place. Or something, if you believe in religion. So just consider that in your brain for just a moment. Just my suggestion. But anyways,
we wouldn't have the miracle of modern medicine if we didn't need it, you know?
Yeah. And if you're like, science is the devil's work, well, you can just go fuck her the rat off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of somewhat sciencey, however, maybe not on the medical side. There is a Hyperloop-inspired transportation system that's actually going to be coming to Denver. It is called Arrivo, and it will take you from Denver to Boulder in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, if I am correct, this one is similar to the Hyperloop, but instead of like individual pods, it'll be like whole car kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And
yeah, I just briefly looked over this one real quick.
Well,
but that's still pretty awesome. 8 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
I would be into that.
And the thing, though, too, is that the Hyperloop right now is single pod, but eventually they want to move to the whole car thing. But this one makes it sound like it's going to be happening now, which is pretty awesome.
Whereas the Hyperloop, like, also, like, yes, we won the bid for it, correct? However...
I don't know if we won the bid yet. I think we're still in
Still in it, though?
Yeah.
Okay, they've just been proposing plans, I think.
Yes.
And it's just, like, the cost of that and, like, all this... And this one's actually, like, happening.
Yeah. This one's going to actually happen. And the cool thing, though, is that they're focusing more on small, like, in-town transport.
Right, like local transport.
Which, if you guys aren't from Colorado, Denver and Boulder basically are one town compared...
No, they're not, though.
When you think about all the people who work between the two and who commute all the freaking time...
You know.
And
that's the
Shell.
thing is, yeah, I mean, like, I live in Longmont, and it's a 45-minute drive to where I was working in Denver.
Yeah.
If I could have taken something like this and been there in 8 minutes, holy fuck. Like, I'd probably still be working there.
Yeah, I mean, it completely opens up a lot of stuff. I mean, not to mention the people between Denver and the Springs who work, in opposite ways as well.
Yeah.
We had an engineer at my job that was living in Denver and was driving all the way down here.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, Jen.
Well,
And-
and so they're also going to be looking at making like an airport and downtown Denver route. So that would only take you 6 minutes to get from the airport, which is way out in bumfuck Egypt, eastern Colorado.
It's like an hour and 10-minute drive.
From Springs?
No, from downtown Denver to the
From
airport.
downtown Denver?
Yeah.
I guess it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous drive, especially, I mean, in general traffic, you know. On a
Yeah.
good day, hitting 470, you can get out there pretty quick, but still.
Yeah, but then you got to pay to take this 470.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So it's ass backwards, and it sucks one way or the other.
6 minutes. It's pretty good. I mean, like, they have the train that, like, goes to downtown Denver, but, like, I don't know how long that takes, and, like, it takes you to downtown Denver, and then you still got to, like, take the bus to wherever else you need.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, I mean, just be pretty awesome. Hopefully this gets up and happening pretty quick, and they can actually, like, plant it as a staple, because how
And
awesome
then
would
the
it
next
be?
time you guys come to Denver, you can come visit me because, well, hey, I'm on the way to Boulder.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and the cool thing, too, is that if we get the bid for the Hyperloop, so you got the main Hyperloop, and then if you have the Arrivo running off of that in kind of the same station
Right?
or nearby, you basically have a full transport system all over the place.
Right.
So, totally
Like,
badass.
I will say, like, I don't know if anybody's, like, used the, like, Denver, like, metro areas public transportation and then used Colorado Springs public transportation. Colorado Springs public transportation is a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm.
Denver is, like, it's not great, but it's better. And then, like, in northern Colorado, like, it's all RTD as well. So, like, you can take the bus from Longmont to Denver for free right now.
Yep.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's taking the bus and, you know, you can only go so fast, but still, like, hell, like, that's still better than nothing.
Yep.
Like, Colorado Springs, if you want to leave Colorado Springs, you have to take the Greyhound.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to fix it. They
I
can
guess
at least...
there's the busting, there is that.
Yeah, but
but
they
that
could
is,
at least
like,
bring
also
that
part
light
of the
rail
Denver
down.
thing.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If they
No,
brought the
that's
light rail down to the Springs, I would never drive to Denver.
Right? Well, like, at this point, though, like, if we get the Hyperloops going, like, I don't think that the light rail, like, I like the light rail a lot, but I don't think I think the light rail will die.
Maybe over time.
To
But
a point, yeah.
you gotta consider, I
like,
mean, right now
maybe
it's...
not locally, like, just because, like, it does have so many different lines, but, like,
Yeah. Not to
the
mention
main, like
drag.
the main ones.
Yeah. So, I mean, because the Hyperloop, it's basically a highway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, that'd be like losing the side roads if you were to do that. I mean, I can understand. It's more like... I don't know. Fuck it. That's a good enough example. So, I don't know. I think they might last just because they do the smaller areas.
Right.
So,
right,
'cause-
yeah, and they like go to because they go from like downtown to where like if you take the right connections, you can actually get all the way up to Westminster, which is pretty awesome.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know
who
what
knows?
else is really awesome?
Huh, chocolate.
Chocolate and
Yeah.
Kinder eggs, which are now legal again in the U.S.
So, if you guys don't know what Kinder Eggs are, they are little German chocolates which are delicious. And we had the Kinder Play or something. And the top half was chocolate, hollow chocolate, and the bottom half was candy. Now we actually get the legal stuff, where it's a chocolate all the way around the outside, and then there's a toy on the inside, which is cool. The reason they were illegal is because they were worried about children choking on it, choking hazard. So basically, now they've just said, you know, let God sort them out. And they brought it back.
I mean, like, as a parent, like, you should be paying attention to what your child is eating, and, like, I would hope, like, they're inside of a little capsule that's in the chocolate, so,
Yeah.
like...
It's not like
I don't
it's
know.
just like free-floating stuff in there. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. You never know. You never know.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, it was a choking hazard, and so that's why they were like, no, you can't have them. So they weren't legal here. And, like, there was, like, a few candy stores that I had found where you could get them, but, like, they had to, like, sell them on the down low.
Yeah.
They could seriously get, like, sued for it.
Yep. Exactly.
But, yeah, they're available now. Yeah, just because, it's just deal with it. Like, be smart about it. Like, pay attention to your child when they're eating candy. I don't know.
Yeah. And Daniel, I don't know if you noticed, but recently the Wonder Ball doesn't come with toys anymore. The Wonder Ball is either filled with, like, weird pictures, like tattoos, or other candy. So, yeah, they had made it illegal as well. So, which I'm sure they will bring that back as well.
Right.
Now, when I say recently, I haven't had a Wonder Ball in like 2 or 3 years, so I may be wrong.
I don't think I've ever had a Wonder Ball.
Well, I had to. Well, it's one of those things that was like, wonder, what's in a Wonder Ball? So I had to wonder, and I had to try it.
Right.
But I can definitely say Kinder Egg chocolate is so much better. It's so smooth and creamy.
Like, if you could ever get your hands on any of the Kinder chocolate, like, it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
It's all amazing.
There's 2 German stores in the Springs, and they both have all kinds of German chocolate, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, we all want what we can't have, and the Kinder Eggs we couldn't have. So, like, there was a big deal about them.
Oh, yeah.
But if you guys want to get your hands on Kinder Eggs when they start coming back, they will be at Walmart starting on Black Friday.
Yeah.
So, very soon.
Yep.
And, like, at Walmart. Like, come on.
Yeah. Easy. Though they'll probably sell out super quick.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, there'll be people fighting. I don't know if you've ever done Black Friday shopping or, like, what do they call it? What is the Thursday one? Where, like, they open up early on Thursday. They have a name for it. That's what I've done, and, like, literally had a meltdown in the women's underwear aisle at JCPenney because I got shoved in the shoe aisle. I wasn't even trying to, like, buy anything. I just went with family, and, like, it was horrible.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Had full-on panic attack. Like,
no, it's awful. I was working at Best Buy.
Fighting each other over items. Like, oh.
I was working at Best Buy during Black Friday. I saw a few fights. I
worked at Hot Topic for Black Friday, and I don't remember it being too horrible, but that's just because, like, it's so small.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing, too, is that you consider the things you get at Hot Topic versus, like, a big store. I mean, no one's going in for the super awesome deals on the AFI shirt versus going in and trying to get, like, a washer and dryer for 10% off. A coupon you could probably find throughout the whole year.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jen says she has to work retail on Black Friday.
Please be kind. Just, if you do go out and shop, be kind to your fellow shoppers. Be kind to the employees. Like, just make it a good experience for everybody. Like, that is on you. That is on all of you. Not
to be too dark, but in the current state of America, I would be afraid to go Black Friday shopping.
Oh, God. Yeah, like,
considering
it's horrible.
Considering there's like 2 shootings a week,
right?
I don't know why anyone would want to go out.
Yeah, and all of them have fucking been at Walmart. There was like one in the Springs, one up here in North Glen.
Yeah, Daniel says Friday is a shit show, but Thursday is way too much and shouldn't be done. Jen agrees.
Yeah, I totally agree that Thursday should definitely not be done, but, like, Friday is just crazy as well. Like,
yeah, I mean, just wait for the online deals or do your shopping now.
Monday,
because most of them already opened up for Black Friday. You don't get any extra deals. All you got to do is extra stupid people.
Yeah. And you know what, too? Like, check out retailmenot.com for coupon codes. Just buy your shit online.
Yep.
Like, exactly. Stay home. Don't deal with idiots. Don't be part of the problem.
Exactly. Don't be a douchebag. Which, I know is asking a lot, but you can definitely try. Anyways, so what are we still at? Oh, we're here to talk about you now.
We're talking about me?
We're talking about you.
Okay. Well, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Shellshock Cosplay, that's CHELLE Shock Cosplay, you can see all my awesome cosplays and all the fun events that I get to take part in, like the Knights of the Tempest. We are your Fort Collins-based theatrical and competitive jousting troupe, and we have a theatrical show coming up December 16th at the Oasis Equestrian Center. We are going to be performing chapters 1 and 2 of the Knights of the Tempest story. So definitely come check that out, guys. I'm super excited. Basically, I'm like a sticky bandit, and there's going to be sword fights and horses and whip tricks, and I'm just like super excited.
There you go.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Follow them on Facebook, Knights of the Tempest.
Word. Do it. It's awesome stuff. Speaking of following people, you should follow us on YouTube. Just YouTube SLYK Radio. Find us. We're there. It's delicious. But coming up next is SlickTube.
Tube Slickers.
Yeah. So, Amazon. They just announced that they've officially gotten the global TV rights to Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yes. So, actor John Rhys Davies has said that why we quite need a Lord of the Rings as a TV series baffles me slightly. They're unprincipled and greedy for money for anything. I mean, poor Tolkien must be spinning in his grave.
Exactly.
So I have to agree there. However, I'm really excited about this because it's Lord of the Rings and I never want it to die. Ever.
I mean, that's fair. You can only hope that... I don't know. You got one or two options here. One, they're going to expand on it and see what happens there, see if it gets awesome. Or two...
I'm just going to butcher it.
Or I guess... one of three options. Two,
Yeah,
I was being more pessimistic.
Sorry.
And it's two, it's either going to be new stories that they're going to try to build off of, like fan fiction, or three, it's going to blow. Tara says it's about the story pre-Hobbit. See, and the articles I was just reading saying that they have yet to confirm what it's going to be about, though.
Right.
Most of it's been hypothesized that it's going to be the Silmarillion and the histories, or they're going to redo stuff. I haven't found anything that definitive
I really
said.
hope that they don't redo, just because like it has been done, and
Yeah.
like I mean, The Hobbit has been done, and like I guess in a sense, yes, The Hobbit's been done before, but at the same time, like this, like I don't know. I just think that, like, if they do kind of, like, a pre-Hobbit, like, definitely, like, Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
Lord of the Rings. Like, let's learn about the
Lord,
of
yeah,
the
yeah,
Rings.
right? There's so much pre-story we could find out about, like Tara's pointing out. Daniel says, and it could open the door for other 20-plus-year-old stories to come back in the TV show, like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Tara says she agrees that they shouldn't redo it, which there's no reason to. I mean, they've made iconic, characters.
There's no reason.
I mean, they've set a precedence for a story. They've created these characters, so if people aren't getting that, it's going to set them off. So it's their best bet is to go way into the past, or totally just do whatever and go into the future. But either way, they can't redo. That's the important part.
Sure, everybody knows the story of the Fellowship and all of that, and the Hobbit, but, like, how did it come to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's learn about that. And and the cool thing about that, too, is because it's a TV series, they can explore different areas of Middle-earth. Like,
they can do more like an anthology.
Yeah, exactly. The different races and, like, their stories and how they came to be and why they are the way they are. Like, I would love to have a story about the Ents and the Entwives.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but probably.
I know. It's fine.
But Tara's probably like, yeah, that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And there's people who have complete idea what you're talking about.
Yes.
But I know this one, like I agree with Daniel, the War of the North, that would be awesome. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, there's a lot they can do with it, and we can only hope that they're going to expand on the story. That's the biggest part. Tara says story with Tom Bombadili.
Still.
Bombadil.
Yeah,
So
I agree, because like that was totally overlooked. Totally overlooked. And that was such a huge part.
So, and that's generally what you hear is that, stuff that was missed.
Yeah.
So, but we can only keep hoping. But yeah, speaking of things we got high hopes for, Star Wars, which is coming out in less than a month. I think 28 days or something
I know
like
Daniel
that?
knows. He's counting down.
Yeah, Daniel is definitely counting down.
However, the kind of the bummer of this is they're keeping small theaters out of the Last Jedi release.
Yep. Now, they didn't do it intentionally, I hope. But basically what they've done is that any theaters that display The Last Jedi are under the agreement that it must be displayed in their largest screen for 4 weeks minimum. So basically, places with only one screen, like some of the theaters in Telluride, can only play one movie. So one movie for 4 weeks in a small town doesn't work. So,
right, yeah, because it's got to be 4 consecutive weeks. That's every showing has to be that movie.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and when you have small theaters like that do cycle through their movies at different times, you basically said, sorry, small guys, we don't give a shit about you.
Right.
So, what they really should have done was, a bit of a change that, oh, hey, if you have, less than 3 screens, you have to play it at least 3 nights a week, or at least every night at a certain time frame, something like that. But
right. I don't know.
That kind of pisses me off, and
So basically, if you live in a small town that only has one theater, you're probably not going to get it unless it's a big theater that has multiple screens.
Yeah, you'll end up having to leave town to just get out of there, or you can hope to have some
it's totally worth it though. It's totally fucking worth it.
Yeah, I mean, but
take an adventure.
It's one of those things sometimes though, because Telluride, the closest town is an hour away, or 45 minutes away, so it's a 45-minute drive for a movie.
People will go.
Oh hell yeah! And I would totally be one of those people.
And that's why they're probably not that fucking upset about it.
Well, I mean, Telluride probably doesn't have the same problem.
But Star Wars doesn't necessarily care because they know people will fucking come watch the movie wherever they're at.
Yeah, but it still seems like a dick move to me. It's one of those things. It's they know people will deal with it, so they got away with it.
Right.
So I don't know. It's not like it's gonna
charge more for it,
Don't get me wrong. Everyone should go to Star Wars, and I'm not saying anyone should skip out on that. I'm just saying it kind of bums me out that they didn't take the small person into account. So kind of
I agree.
a rough move. But let's move on from that. I just had to complain a little bit. John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim from The Office, who has been writing and directing recently. He was recently in that war movie, of which I can't think, but looked awesome. He's going to be writing, starring, and directing in a new horror movie. Yeah. And it looks awesome! So the movie... I seriously didn't put the movie title in? I'm retarded.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was I don't know.
Well, I was talking about it earlier. The Quiet Place. Yeah, so The Quiet Place is going to be based around a man, a wife, and his children. The wife, Emily Blunt, who can't verbally communicate in their house because some sort of evil freaking monster attacks based on sound, which looks pretty awesome.
I'll have to watch the trailer for this later.
Yeah, so, I mean, you see it in the trailer. I mean, it's kind of panning through the house. It kind of looks like a normal family, and then you realize they're all being quiet. And then it goes up the stairs, and you see these huge claw marks in the stairs. And then, someone makes a noise, and you start hearing, whatever it is running in for the kill. Either way, it just looks like it's going to be totally awesome, and I'm super excited for it. I mean, I'm a horror fan to start with. So, speaking of horror, something that Hannah had tagged me in. If you guys like the 13th Floor Haunted House, this December 17th, I think, or something, they're going to be doing a haunted horror Christmas Krampus night. So, totally check that out. I'm going to see how much it is, and if the tickets aren't already sold out.
Right.
Because that sounds totally freaking badass.
And I know they just, like, one weekend only, they did, like, a glow event where it was, like, you were given a glow stick, and that was it. All the other lights were turned off in the haunt, and, like, you had to make your way through.
Yeah, they did that at Sinister as well. Yeah, we checked that out, and it was awesome. And Hannah was not expecting it. They grabbed her glow stick and ran away, and they were just wandering around in the dark, getting scared. It was awesome. Nice. I loved it.
Getting right back to John Krasinski, right, real quick. I just watched this movie with Tony the other day called Away We Go, where he is like a time traveler, I think. No, it's not that one.
Away We Go?
Yeah, it's got Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, no, nice.
It's not Away We Go. Hold on. I want to find it because it's actually really good. Safety Not Guaranteed. It came out in 2012. But yeah, like, it's like the whole movie you're like, this dude is fucking crazy. There's no way he could travel in time. And then at the end you're like, oh.
Alright, fair enough.
So, yeah, it's Aubrey Plaza and John Krasinski, and it's just awesome. Or maybe it's not Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, it is Aubrey Plaza.
It's the chick from Parks and Rec?
Yeah, Parks and Rec, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. You should check that out. It was fun. It was
cool.
a fun one.
Speaking of fun things, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 2 title has been released.
Yay!
And it's going to be called The Crimes of Grimwald. I almost said Griswold.
Oh my god, that's like a National Lampoon's.
Yeah. Jen says that wasn't John Krasinski, it just looked like him.
Are you sure? I was just looking at it. Safety Not Guaranteed.
You should check it out, but I'll keep talking about this. So The Crimes of Grimwald, which just looks totally awesome. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mark Duplass. Is that his name?
Oh, I have no idea who that is.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna look at this. It straight up does look like him, though.
That's funny.
Never mind. But still, check it out. It's good.
Still check it out. Sorry, yeah, Grindelwald. I'm just goofing up altogether. The Griswold thing has just got my brain funky.
Yeah, so Grimwald. Now there's been a lot of upset in the casting choice for Grimwald. It is Johnny Depp.
Yeah, well,
and,
so
a lot of people are not happy about that.
Yeah, which I don't understand. I think Johnny Depp is freaking awesome.
I mean, I get it because Helena Bonham Carter is, I mean, she plays Bellatrix Lestrange. Like, I'm not surprised that Johnny Depp is in a Harry Potter movie.
Yeah. Isn't Grindelwald supposed to be an eccentric character, too?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess it wasn't, like, it wouldn't have been my choice. We totally have, like, we have it in Grindelwald. Okay, you fixed it. I was like, Grimwald. I was thinking about that, and every time I said it, I was like, that's so wrong. That's not right.
Daniel says he's a horrible choice for Grindelwald. So who do you think would have been the right choice then? So that's the real question, is you got to figure it out.
I mean, like, definitely, like, someone with that eccentric, like, but just not Johnny Depp. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, I've seen him so much as, like, Captain Jack and, like, the Hatter, and like I just feel like those are the characters he's channeling for this.
See, and I see him. I mean, he's also got his weird character out of Tusk and that other movie from Kevin Smith, whatever it was. And then he was also in that horror movie. So I've watched a lot of his other stuff.
Oh, Secret Window or whatever that one was?
Yeah.
I liked that one a lot.
I did too, and that wasn't a normal Johnny Depp character.
No, not at all.
So, it's just, he's typecast himself, so that's what people recognize him as, but it doesn't mean he's not capable. Also, Daniel, Colin Farrell...
I'm sure he'll still do a good job.
Colin Farrell would be fucking awesome, because it's Colin Farrell.
I could see that being a better... I don't know. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know about Michael
exactly
Fassbender. He doesn't... That seems like the
Yeah.
wrong genre for him. And Benedict Cumberbatch.
Michael Fassbender. Yeah, I like that.
See, I think that one's wrong. Michael Fassbender doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But...
It's supposed to be Wizard Hitler.
So, I don't know. But, I mean, everyone's definitely got their choice, but we can only hope that he does really well. I mean, that's the point of it, right? Hope the movie's awesome, expect the most, but be prepared for the worst.
Jen says too much Potter talk for her.
You can handle it. JP would be totally lost right now.
Right.
Let's see, and Daniel says, well, he rose to power around the same time as World War II, which is, true.
Right.
So, 1920s.
Yeah, I just, so I would totally, I just have a hard time, picturing Johnny Depp in that role, but I know that he's gonna do it, it's gonna happen. And I'll probably end up liking it, just because, it is...
Johnny Depp.
Well, no, just because it's Fantastic Beasts, and the first one was amazing, and really, I just really feel like they can't really mess this up.
Oh, they could.
They totally. No, but you know what I mean. They've done such a good job with the other one, and then all the other Harry Potter movies are just amazing. And maybe I'm just biased because I really like Harry Potter. I don't know.
Which is true. But I think Daniel likes it more than you, so it's a weird...
I know.
You never know.
I don't know. I'm still excited to see it. Johnny Depp or not. I am down to go watch this in the theaters and just, love it.
Yes. Speaking of things to love and nerding out, you should check out Club Cosplay.
Yeah. They are the nightclub for nerds by nerds. You can check them out online at clubcosplaydenver.com or on Facebook at Club Cosplay Denver. And they do all kinds of awesome nerdy events throughout the year. I think the last one for this year is going to be a Christmas or New Year's show. Don't have all the details yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know.
Exactly. So, yeah, definitely check it out.
Up next is the Craft Brew.
In review. So.
You are drinking
beer.
Brewing's Venatucci Pumpkin Ale 2017.
Yes. Let me see if I
read that whole thing.
Let me see if Hannah is clothed and will come in here and review beer. Something tells me she's not wearing pants. Beer.
What a way to welcome the harvest season.
Without pants!
This ale starts with baby Pam pumpkins grown on Venatucci Farm, picked by brewery staff, family, and friends, and then roasted right after picking. Our brewers blend a variety of malts, adding the roasted pumpkin to the mash for just a hint of pumpkin flavor. Then the brew is mingled with subtle spicing and a touch of hops to create a malty treat that just says autumn. One of our community ales, 100% of the profits from this beer go to the care and preservation of the Venatucci Farm.
There you go.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So the beer. It's a mild beer. As far as aggressive hops goes. It's kind of chilling right in the middle. You do get that hint of pumpkin, so it's not overpowering, which is very nice. It's kind of like it's dark, it's mild. You get a nice mouthfeel. It's just kind of like it encompasses what I would imagine autumn tasting like, actually. So you get that kind of roasted flavor out of it. It's just well done. It's very well done. So
I feel like it always is.
Well, yeah. I mean,
They've
but
got
there's
a great
always the
recipe.
chance.
I mean, like, obviously the ingredients change year to year, which is why they, like, do a special release.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's a solid recipe.
I agree. So, excellent beer. Great job by Bristol Brewing. 4.25.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4.25. Still a solid squirrel.
A solid squirrel.
Solid squirrel. Solid score for this beer out of 5. Can't go wrong there. So I definitely suggest you check them out. They are a limited release for the season, and they don't make a ton of them. So if you got your opportunity to go pick it up, I suggest you do. But like I said, Bristol Brewing's Venetucci Pumpkin Ale. Go pick it up today. It's a 4.5 out of 5. But yeah, if you guys are wondering why we score our beer, that's because you can follow us on Untappd. That's UNTAPPD. That is the It's a website and app where you can score your beers and share your thoughts with others and get great suggestions on beers. You can check them out on Untappd or get the app from the Apple or Android store. We're on there as SLYK Radio, and Shell is on there as
Shell Shock Cosplay.
So there you go. And don't forget, y'all, you should go to solikeyouknow.com, click on the link, and order your hangers today. It's only $4.99 with free shipping. If you saw in the chat earlier, Casey said she loves hers, which always sounds great. But anyways, guys, that's it for our show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker and Facebook.com at SOYK Radio.
Do you guys have empty space on your iPhone or Android phone that you're just dying to fill up? You can download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast, or stream us on Stitcher, Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. New shows every Thursday.
Stowe, like you know, is not responsible for anything, ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions, somewhere in Colorado.
And so, like you know, is completely weightless.
Just like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
And don't you forget that.
Yeah. Also, next week, I don't know. We will totally decide on whether it's going to be a pre or post Thanksgiving show, and we will keep you updated on Facebook, so make sure you follow us. We love you guys, and you have a wonderful evening. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Which one am I needing? This one!